Let's see. All right. This is episode 65 of the Beltway Boys, and this is a kind of a big deal because we're going live right now and we're watching potentially the Astros. It looks like it's going to happen. It's a definite thing. But I'm here. I'm Austin. We're the Beltway Boys. I'm here with the one and only, the beautiful, the talented, Walker. What is going on? Looks like the Astros about to win the World Series, man.
Bro, I hope they do just to beat the trash can allegations.
Oh, man.
Like, I know it's still gonna be. Now it's just gonna be. Well, you only have one real title, but whatever, you know.
Can't take it away.
They just need to beat the trash can allegations, bro, and I'll be good.
And they finally did it. And I just heard a stat during the game that they would be of one of only, or I guess the last team to do it was the Red Sox, but the Astros would be like the first in a while to win a championship at home. So that'd be a big deal. Last time they did it, they beat the Dodgers in LA in 2017. Everybody was hating, saying we was cheating. How the hell are we going to cheat on the road? How the hell?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell that work? And we actually, I think, hit better on the road than we did at home in that series. So, anyways, but yeah, Astros dominating, showing the other Houston teams how to get it done. It's truly incredible and remarkable. Are you thinking about attending the parade when it happens?
When would that be?
Man, I can only imagine.
What's
But
today? Tuesday, probably.
yeah, I would see it being like a Tuesday, Wednesday thing.
Man, I went last time and it was an experience. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Truly.
It's yeah. Were you there?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, man. One I could never forget. So I don't think I probably won't go to this one. Honestly, the only reason I went to the last one was because we were working. I was working 610 and we were at Little Woodrow's in
Mm,
Midtown. So me and Matt just walked over there just to check it out, and it was insane. It was nothing I ever seen before.
yeah, truly. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
I kind of feel the same. I don't know if I would go to this one.
Now, if
I
it's a Rockets or a Texans, heck yeah, like I have to be there for that. That's just pure elation.
Yeah, they're
It's
one
like
out away
for
now.
real.
Yeah, they're one out away now. They just got Bryce Harper out. Whew, that's crazy. That's just crazy. I mean,
About time, bro. Like I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, you're
and
right.
and the crazy thing about it, if we look at it from the start of their kind of like run, because they've been on a run these last 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they might not have won one since 2017, but they've been probably
They've
3 or 4,
been,
you
yeah.
know, competing in the championship every time, but just about every time. But um, they were where the Rockets and Texans currently are,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, 7, 8 years ago, just in a complete rebuild. And oh, the Astros did it.
Oh,
Astros did it. Astros freaking did it, man. But man, yeah. Oh my God, they're going crazy. Yeah.
man. Oh, about yes, bro. You finally beat the freaking trash can
I'm so
allegations,
proud of
bro.
them. I'm so proud of them, man. I'm so proud
Woo,
of Dusty
bro.
Baker, bro.
Yeah, he got his first one, I think, huh?
Yeah, first one. Look at all the love they're giving him in the dugout. Oh man, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Truly, man.
That's
People
awesome,
popping
bro.
fireworks.
Yeah, I hear some fireworks out here too.
People popping fireworks. That's live. That's live.
Could you imagine, bro? The Texans are Rockets again.
And that's where it's like, hey, this is the blueprint. This is the blueprint. How do you want to do it? You build it from the ground up. And that's what I feel like both teams are doing, even if it looks bad right now. You know, the Astros look terrible and they
Yeah,
look
they
like
were.
one of the worst franchises.
I remember going to a couple of them games.
Oh, it was bad. They were like, you could bring your own food. You know, they was trying to get people to come any way they could to them games. Man,
Hmm.
bro, them fireworks, crazy. It's going in for real. Man, Altuve, he went through a lot. Fan base is chanting "fuck Altuve" every game.
I don't know why. He's like the nicest guy.
I know, and they kind of made him the face of all of it. It was crazy, truly. But man, the fact that Dusty Baker was able to get one, that's the coolest thing to me. Like, because I think he's been a couple times, but I don't think he's ever won.
I think he'd been a couple times,
I don't
but
think
probably
he's
with
ever
Barry
won.
Bonds.
Hmm. Man, man, how crazy. So what a way to, I guess, to dive in, because we're celebrating the Astros winning their second championship in franchise history, and our other two major sports in the city are on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. So I guess the last time we spoke, the Texans had maybe beaten, who did they play? They lost to the Raiders,
Mm.
and then they've had two games since, and they lost to the Titans, and then lost to the Eagles recently on Thursday Night Football. What were your kind of takeaways from those two games, and I guess has anything changed on your outlook for the season going forward?
Man, I don't even remember the game before the Eagles. Um, but I'm trying to think who we played. Oh, Titans, and yeah, that was just embarrassing. We didn't talk about that one.
Mm-mm. No, we haven't. We haven't had a
Yeah, that
chance
was
yet.
that was that was just embarrassing. I don't think it needs to be talked about. They lost to a team with Malik Willis at quarterback, and I think he threw for like 40 yards. And an interception. Like I was telling people, if they can't beat the Titans with Malik Willis, and you know that they all they have to do is run the ball. Like, you have to make him throw it. He has to beat you, and you can't beat them. Then I don't have no I don't have much hope for them winning more than 2 games this year, to be honest. Um, that was just embarrassing. Oh yeah, that was one. That's why I forgot about it, because it was so embarrassing. They were just getting dominated. Like, it was just trash. Um,
Got
Malik Willis
manhandled.
was so bad. He was so bad, and they still couldn't beat him.
Ugh.
Um, and then Thursday, so I was really not expecting nothing. Um, they made it the Battle Red game, so of course everybody's gonna want to watch that just to kind of see the new uniform. And they came way better than anybody could have anticipated, especially the commentators. Everybody was shocked. They scored on their first drive. Um, Pretty close game throughout the whole first half. Played well, play good defense. Damian Pierce was running the ball really well. Davis Mills was playing really well, delivering the ball. Um, and then the second half, man, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know. They stalled out. I just remember being like tied, and then Davis Mills throwing an interception, and after that, I kind of black out on what happens. I know he throws another interception later in the game, to kind of seal it too. Um, but run defense is still bad. Malik Collins being out is a big part of that too. He's actually pretty vital to this team. But um, yeah, man, it was better than I expected it would be, considering how they played against the Titans. Way better than I expected. Probably just a we have nothing to lose type of performance. But at the end of the day, they showed They need a lot, a lot, a lot. Um, and I actually think even though they need a lot, it can be fixed here pretty soon. Like they have the assets to fix it. One of those players, and people are so worried about quarterback drafting a quarterback. And we could talk about that a little later, but people are so worried about drafting a quarterback, and they're like, no, we need to build through the draft. And I'm like, bro, there's other ways to build than just the draft. And one of those players who was dominating us for the Eagles was Javon Hargrave, and he's gonna be a free agent this off season. Um, and he looked like he'd be perfect for this cover two defense. Um, he was giving Kenyon Green the work. He was giving Quisenberry the work. Really, he was a real big difference in the game, to be honest. Um, Derek Stingley, obviously they were able to run the ball as much as they want, but Derek Stingley, I think he gave up one catch. He only got targeted 3 times. Going against both AJ Brown and his nemesis Devontae Smith. So it was better than what I think anybody could have expected, but still confirmed to me that if you can take a quarterback this draft, you don't not take one because of Davis Mills. I don't care how many holes you got, Like imagine if the Bengals like, well, we're not gonna take Joe Burrow because we got all these holes. They don't
Yeah,
they don't ever go to a Super Bowl if they think like that. And I think
yeah.
I don't know if Bryce Young is as good a prospect as Burrow was coming out, but I think he's the best QB prospect this year, and I think he's a good QB prospect. And I don't think Will Anderson is good as Chase Young coming out. So it's kind of relative, Like they took Burrow over Chase Young. Um, I would take Bryce Young over Will Anderson. When it comes to Jalen Carter, though, I would still go Bryce Young just because I think the QB is so valuable. But I would I would probably put Jalen Carter as the second best player um, for who I would take for the Texans right now. But yeah.
No, I agree wholeheartedly with everything you said, completely from start to finish. Them games were embarrassing. Um, the Eagles game wasn't as bad. It started good, but like you said, yeah, that Titans game, there was no reason we should have lost that game for how bad Malik Willis was. Um, it was there for the taking. But yeah, no, I agree. And what you said about the Bengals, that's so true because they weren't a team that had a lot of talent when they drafted Joe
Mm-mm.
Burrow. They kind of had to rebuild, and it drafting Joe Burrow it kind of ramped up that process, or getting Jamar Chase too. But
Mm-hmm.
they were in the Super Bowl last year, you know. So it's like if you can get the right signal caller, everything else will
Yeah.
kind of take care of itself. And I think if the Texans have a top two pick and one of their quarterbacks is available when it's them on the clock,
Mm-hmm.
they have to pull the trigger because you can't wait and hope next year you can
Yeah.
draft, the next year's top
Mm-hmm.
QB. Like you got to go get
Exactly.
that. You got to get it. But my only fear is I feel like there is only one clear cut number one, and then it's like one B.
Mm.
But one A for me is Bryce Young, and I think it's him, and then it's tier two.
Mm.
And I feel like you said, the Texans have so many holes that if you can't get that Joe Burrow or that Bryce Young type of quarterback, then maybe for your franchise it is best to just get as much talent as you can before you're able to. I don't know. I like C.J. Stroud. I just don't. It's the David Mulligetta thing that's really holding me up with him,
Mm.
to be honest. But that's kind of where I stand too. It's Bryce Young for me, or go get Will Anderson or Jalen Carter,
Mm-hmm.
and I even like Brian Brees.
Mm-hmm.
So they need help in the trenches, both sides.
Big time. Like, and regardless of who they draft, I feel like they have to get a free agent defensive tackle.
Oh God, too.
You got Javon Hargrave, who's gonna be a free agent. You got Deron Payne. Um, There's a there's a DT at I think for the Saints who's good. I can't pronounce his name. That's coming out. Not coming out, but it's gonna be available. So it's like I think you gotta like spend some bread on one of them. Like I like Hargrave a lot just because the way he's able to penetrate like in a cover two, like right middle, that's tough. I don't know how he is against the run, but to be able to penetrate like that in the cover two at defensive tackle, like that's why Tampa Bay was so good because
Man,
Warren Sapp, was in your face instantly. I mean, it really comes down. Like, if you think about the best Tampa two defenses too, it really comes down to that pass rush for real.
yeah,
Because the Colts had Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney um, wreaking havoc. The Bears had Julius Peppers, Tommy Harris up the middle. And that's also another thing you need. You gotta have. I think you gotta. Yeah, Tampa two. You gotta build the middle for sure because you need that middle linebacker for sure to like complete to be able to play that Tampa two how you want to.
yeah.
That Derrick Brooks, that Urlacher, you know.
And there's a couple good ones coming in this draft.
You think so? Because I've been hearing this is a weak linebacker class.
Man, maybe it's top heavy, but I think there's some good names that if the Texans have opportunity to get, I hope they go for it.
Because I
But I
checked out Penei Sewell and is it
hmm
Penn? No, not Penei Sewell. Noel Sewell
hmm
and Trenton Simpson from Clemson.
yeah,
Simpson's like way more of a coverage linebacker.
yes,
And
I
Sewell,
like him
he
a lot.
kind of yeah. Sewell was he was looking a little lost in coverage from the stuff I saw. He misses he was missing some tackles too. And I heard that's a weakness of his, but um, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you got Henry Tutu, you got Jack Campbell. I really like him.
Yeah, I keep hearing about him. I gotta go check him out. I keep
He
hearing about him.
So when you go look his highlights, the only highlights you'll find are like highlights for full games, and I do
Yeah,
like those.
That's what I like to watch.
I do like those, but sometimes I do like just to see highlights, like just a highlight
Yeah, just
compilation.
to get an idea
Yeah.
how it moves. But I do
hmm
like to watch. I like to watch the all the plays they play just to kind of see too
So then you'll be able to
how they
see.
miss tackles. How
hmm
they move, how they're covered and stuff.
You'll be able to see plenty because he has several game like that. But I like him. I like the linebacker from Texas, Overshawn. Um,
That's interesting because I think that's a. I'm glad you said that because I think his teammate would actually be a better fit. I think he's a better linebacker than him. Jalen Ford
mm.
should check him out. I don't know if you watch a lot of Texas games, but Jalen Ford, he had another interception today. He's a middle linebacker for them. Overshawn is he's like the athletic. He used to play safety, so I wouldn't be bad either. But I think Jalen Ford, I think he one of the better. I'm glad you mentioned that. I forgot to mention him. Jalen Ford for Texas. Y'all should check him out.
I will definitely, I'll definitely look at him. And then there's another guy at Cincinnati, um, Ivan Price, or sorry, Ivan Pace Jr. He's a safety converted to linebacker. He's kind of like, to me, I feel like if you can't get Trent Simpson, this guy in the third or fourth could maybe give you that same value. A good coverage, speed, rangy, um, probably perfect in a 4-3 Tampa 2. Um, so I think there is opportunity for the Texans to kind of get that because Christian Harris looks like he's going to be good, but let's like keep building on that and getting a young linebacking core that we can
Mm-hmm.
build for years to come. Um, there's even good secondary. I'm excited. Like it's the Texans. You got to take the silver lining, I guess, out of the season, and that truly is the draft. Uh, they're not good, but they're going to have good draft picks, and hopefully they can hit on them like they have been, and do something with it, man. It's Bryce Young or bust. I think for the Beltway boys, that's what it sounded like, huh?
Yeah, if we got the first pick, or if we're second and yeah, it's Bryce Young or Buzz if he's available for sure. And after that, Carter, and after that, I like C.J. Stroud.
Man, I just gotta deviate real quick. Uh, Pena wins the Willie Mays MVP award for the
Mm,
for him to be a rookie to win that award. That's crazy. They said second rookie ever to win that award,
wow. Yeah, he was balling.
dude. And he won the ALCS MVP. So, dude,
Dang.
that's just
He replaced
special.
Carlos Correa. That's
Yes,
bro. Astros got the lit. Bro, their front office is top tier.
top tier, dude.
Cause they were like, hey man, I don't think they're gonna bring Verlander back, right?
It's possible. It's very possible that they
Unless he
have to let
takes
him
lit.
go.
Yeah. Cause he's supposed to from what I've been hearing, like on 16, he's supposed to be getting paid.
Yeah, at least one more good contract. I could even see though. I could see somebody retiring. Like there's talks about Tuve retiring. If that happens, maybe Carlos Correa comes back and plays, Altuve's spot, and then you got him and Pena right next to each other. That's freaking scary, man. I don't know, but that's so back just on the Texans. Like that, this is the blueprint. Follow it.
Mm-hmm.
Follow it. That's all you got to do. And it's okay to suck right now if you go all in and try and win when you finally get that quarterback. Once they
Yeah, bro.
and if they draft Bryce Young, that's like all right, Cal. Like Cal McNair, this is your time now. Like to step up as
Yeah.
owner and go all in for your quarterback.
Yeah. And if they draft any quarterback this year, they don't have to start him right away. Like I wouldn't be mad if they draft a QB and he sit the whole year. Like you know what I mean? Like they're not like you're not trying to win. You're not gonna win anything next year anyway.
No, that's so
So
true.
I don't see the harm in like rushing anybody in this horrible, like they said, in this horrible situation. Um, if they want to start off on the bench, and I mean Justin Herbert started off on the bench with Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
did. That's a good point.
they want to start off on the bench and let them learn and ease them in. Like I'm perfectly happy with that. You let Davis Mills or Kyle Allen, whoever you feel, you know, will be the best leader of this team. You let Davis Mills just keep playing. Maybe Davis Mills plays so good, you can get a pick for him. You know what I mean? Like,
Fact.
so I wouldn't be opposed to that either.
And we'll see. I mean, if we do end up having to draft Bryce Young, I could see them having to trade Davis Mills just because maybe they want to have a veteran backup instead of
Mm.
somebody who has been starting for them.
And it's not like that's another thing. People act like we only have one pick. That's the thing. They act like we have one first round pick, and you're like, you can't take a quarterback. You need to build, bro. We have an extra first round pick still.
And it could be
And the
top
way
10.
the way Nick be moving, he'll probably trade that and get more picks if we're being honest.
Straight up. Straight up. And I hope they
Imagine if
do.
they're in a spot like Will Levis falls and somebody wants him, bro, and he picks up an extra first next year. Like that's perfect.
That's the dream scenario. And I think when you and I, every time we send each other mock drafts, we usually make a
Mm-hmm.
trade.
Yeah, because I be getting next year first round pick offers. I'm like, shoot, heck yeah, I'm gonna take that.
Easy.
Then you
Every,
got three firsts next year. What if I don't even know it. What's a name you could think of? Who's a good receiver in the NFL right now?
Who was drafted in the first round?
I'm gonna just say T. Higgins again. I feel like I keep using T. Higgins.
Uh,
Who else would be good? Justin Jefferson ain't no way he gonna actually leave.
oh no.
Uh,
Uh, uh, man.
he what's his name? Emmanuel Moore just asked. EJ Moore, he actually he only a second year receiver. Who else some good receivers in the NFL?
DK Metcalf is
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, what if DK? I thought he just got paid though.
he
But yeah,
might
what
have.
if a
He
what
might have.
if a DK Metcalf is like, I want out. Now you got a first round pick you could trade for one of those type of receivers. You know what I'm saying? And you still got two more left. That's how you start. That's how you start building a team like Miami is doing right now.
Oh man. I love what Miami's doing.
Philly is doing right now. Like,
Philly too. And Philly is like probably gonna play in the Super Bowl. And since they did like some pick swaps with the Saints,
yeah.
and the Saints are so bad, they might have a top 10 pick. Like, oh man, top 5 pick. That's crazy. Oh my God.
That's yeah. I seen some Philly fan talking about we gonna get Jalen Carter, and I was like, oh my gosh, bro.
Oh my
That just wouldn't
God.
be fair.
Him with Jordan Davis reuniting. And then you got Fletcher Cox retiring possibly, or oh my God. The rich get richer, man. But that's what
Mm-hmm.
happens when you smart and you're aggressive and man. Eagles, Howie Roseman, gotta give him credit. And I'm so glad he because I like the Eagles. That's like my NFC team.
Mm-hmm.
He outlived Chip Kelly. They had a similar situation to like how we did. You know, Chip Kelly didn't agree with Howie Roseman. They didn't get along. Bill O'Brien didn't like Rick Smith. They didn't get along. Well, the owner stuck with the GM in Philly.
Mm.
In Houston, I guess you can say we sided with the coach. Rick Smith stepped down, but
Yep.
he never came back. So
Crazy.
it just shows you there's levels to this shit. And sometimes the
Mm.
owner is the reason why things don't maybe go the way they should. Owners are like the last line of defense. And like, if you ain't got a good owner who knows what he's doing or is comfortable making the tough decisions, then
Mm-hmm.
so Cal, you get Bryce Young, you're gonna have to make some tough decisions, my guy. And I believe in you. I think you can do it. I ain't gonna like Walker. I worked that Texans Eagles game in the pregame. I seen him. He was in an all red suit. I said, "Oh yeah, Cal like that."
I think Kyle do what it takes.
Yeah, I think so too.
He seemed like he willing to do what it takes. He just need the right what's his name? Nick gotta really I like Nick too, but like
Yeah,
Rockets had a really badass GM too. I mean not Rockets, freaking Astros had a really bad GM too. Like badass. He was good.
yeah,
Um so it's just like they allowed him to do his thing. Like Cal, I think Cal would allow Nick to do his thing too. If Nick is really that guy.
yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if Nick is, man. We'll see.
So far, so good. I've liked at least the draft picks. That like the players we've gotten that he's drafted. Good building blocks. So we'll see. But now for the Rockets, it's kind of like a similar situation like the Texans, like we're talking about. But their season's just beginning, and they played tonight. They ended up losing to Minnesota. They only have one win so far. I think they're the only team that has one win. Everybody else has two or more in the league, if I'm not
Mm.
mistaken. I'm pretty sure when I looked this morning on Tankathon. Yeah, and we didn't win, so yeah, it's got to be the case still. But um, where are you kind of on the Rockets? Um, and are you looking ahead to the draft now for them?
I'm always I'm always looking ahead on the draft for the Rockies and Texans because they're in the same position. They both are really bad right now. Um, I man, I'm out on Silas. I mean, I never really believed in him. Um, Even last year, I never really believed in him. I was out on him last year, but uh, they have to have they need to be showing some type of improvement. Like he still don't seem like he knows what lineups to run, what rotations to run. Like if Şengün isn't on the floor, the offense doesn't look like anything outside of pickup outside at the park. And if they're not hitting shots, then it gets really ugly. Um, I think Tari Eason should clearly be getting the second most minutes off the bench, if not starting. Like not the second most minutes. He should be getting the most minutes off the bench, if not for starting. I think he should be a starter.
Agree.
Um, I just Silas is not going to be the guy, but he's putting us in a position to where we'll be able to sustain a solid. It's? Let me see right now. I'm about to say we'll be able to sustain a solid lead in the tank race.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, I can't. I'm over it, bro. The even the we ain't really that. It's still early, so Magic got 2 wins, Pistons got 2 wins, Lakers got two, the Warriors got three, bro. The Warriors and Lakers are in the tank race right now.
Oh my god.
But we ain't got a big enough lead as I thought right now. It's still us the Pistons and Magic and the Lakers. Lakers will be the ultimate disappointment because the Pelicans will get their pick.
Oh my god.
And they're in our division.
Please.
We talked about this like our first episode. Like we had to get young guys to compete with Zion and Ja. And now if they add Wembayana to Zion, we have no shot at the whole NBA doesn't have a shot, but we really don't because we're in this division. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. So that would really be the worst possible outcome, I think. But yeah, man, I think uh I think Silas will be gone if they continue this pace. They're 1-9 right now. I think if you're 20 games in and you're still at one or two wins, 20-25 games, I think Stone will probably let Silas go.
Yeah.
Um, Especially if they keep just looking this bad. Now, if they're at that bad of a record, which that's still really really bad, and they look like okay, they're fighting. It's close losses at the end where they just show the youth, then that's a different story. But they just look. He didn't even play Jalen and KPJ the last 6-7 minutes of today's game.
I noticed that.
Yeah, he did that
Barely
crap
any.
again. Like he does that crap all the time. Like he did that last year.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it right now because Jalen was limping in this game, so it's smart. But he's a great guy. I think Steven Silas is a great guy. He'd be a great assistant to have on his staff. But he's not a head coach. I don't think. I think his role is to be that secondary, develop you, give you some hints off the bench, um, give the head coach some hints and some extra like tips. But he shouldn't be the guy like leading a ship. He shouldn't be the leader of these young men. Um, I don't think they respect him very much, to be honest. It's almost like a substitute teacher feel with him.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I
like
agree.
I love Coach Silas, man. Yeah, that's my guy. You know, but at the same time, I'm gonna do whatever I want with him. Like I love him, but he's just a substitute teacher. He ain't the real teacher. I can do what I want.
I agree. And I
Um,
feel like I feel like we talked last episode kind of about this, and maybe I even mentioned like Quinn Snyder. His name. How do you feel about him?
Yeah, I like Quinn Snyder. I think he immediately improves the structure and the culture. Because Utah was consistently very good. Now they couldn't get over the hump to get to the. I don't even think they made the Western Conference Finals. Um, but they're always a really good team. I like Sam Cassell. I think Sam Cassell would be a great fit here. I think he's coaching in Philly right now. He was with the Clippers for a while. Obviously, from with the Rockets championship teams. Um, I think he brings the knowledge. He's played, toughness. You know what I mean? The care about the team from being a part of Houston Rockets so long. And dark horse who would be amazing. I actually think she'd be really good. Becky Hammond, I keep hearing people say would be a good option
Mm,
for the Rockets. Um, I think she's a super smart coach. I think she will command respect just because
yeah,
like the first ever woman coach. And I think women coaches have a great way of like connecting with their player. I think she would connect with Jalen a lot and like kind of they're I feel like they're so good at helping develop their player skills. I don't know why, but it just like Jaden Ivey's mom was in Memphis with John Morant. We saw last year. I don't think that let Barbara. I don't think she's still with us. But she helped Josh Christopher a lot last year with his game. So I think Becky Hammond being with the Spurs, she'd be a good option.
I would love
But
that.
as far yeah, huh?
I would love that. I would love. I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. She's gotten interviews before. I think she's talked about it like she don't think it's been taken serious when she gets them, but I think it'll only be a matter of time. I think she'll be the first head coach in the NBA. But I was gonna say, as far as the draft, yeah, bro, I'm locked in. Have you been locked in on any players?
I
Who you feeling right now?
For the Rockets, for me, I really only want them to get Victor Wembele or however you say his name.
Wimbayana.
Yeah, Wembanyama. That's it because I love Scoot Henderson, and don't get me wrong, I still like KPJ and I want him to progress, and I'm giving him this season to do that. But if he don't do it, then they might have to draft Scoot Henderson. But hopefully they get the number one overall pick because what they need a rim protector, and Victor does that from day freaking one. That was a big reason why I wanted Chet so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get Victor, who I think is even better than Chet, it's going to be really scary for the league, and we might be looking at the Rockets being like the Astros in a couple years, just
Mm-hmm.
consistently competing in the championship. And I feel like the league, we've talked about it. You and I have talked about it since the inception of the Beltway Boys. That I feel like once these, older players in the NBA retire, the league is up for grabs. And especially now that the Rockets got these young pieces, what are they going to do with it? Because
Mm-hmm.
Curry and the Warriors aren't going to be able to play together forever. Giannis Antetokounmpo is not going to be able to play at this high level forever. You know, LeBron, his
Mm-hmm.
best years are already behind him. Like I, I just really, I, man, Ja Morant, Lord willing, I hope he has a long career. But the way he plays, you never know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it just the league is up for taking. Like even tonight when they were playing Minnesota, I was big. I'm still big on Anthony Edwards, but there's just something where I just feel like Jalen's gonna surpass him. Like I,
Yeah, yeah, they're actually both really similar players
mm,
to me. Like I think they're almost the same player in a lot of ways. He has his games where he's gonna go for 50, but then he has games. He wasn't finishing at the rim. Like Jalen hasn't been either. Luckily
yeah,
tonight Jalen got some free throw calls, but like none of our guards are horrible at finishing at the rim. Like they're they're like some of the worst in the NBA. I saw a chart today showing it, and my eyes see it too. But like they can get to the rim, but they just haven't figured out like that's not how it works in the NBA. Like you can't just use your speed to get to the rim and then try to just lay it up off the rim because it's gonna get blocked. Are you gonna get contact and the refs aren't gonna give you fouls? That's why like Ja Morant is so good because he's pretty much mastered that floater and that push shot. And he gets to the rim a lot, and he either gonna get a foul call, or he gonna finish it, or he gonna get to his push shot or his floater. Um, and Jalen and KPJ still need to add that to their bag. Jalen tried it a little bit the last couple games, but he can't. He still don't have that weight on him to be going and taking that punishment. Kind of like he was taking some punishment tonight. Like
yes,
he was getting some fouls, um, finally, but he was taking punishment. So like he still can't take that punishment like that. So he has to find ways to finish in the paint, um, without taking those hits like that.
yeah. And that's a big difference I see with him and Anthony Edwards. I feel like Anthony Edwards already got that body, to
Mm-hmm.
take that contact. But yes, I think, and that's the thing. I think, like you said, John Morant's kind of mastered his game. I think that's really what he's like.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what he excels at, and that's what he does. He drives to the lane. You're either gonna foul him, or he's gonna make a layup, or he's gonna kick it out, dish it to one of his teammates for an open look. And I feel like Jalen and KPJ, they're not there yet where
Mm-mm.
like they have go-to moves, but they need to just like hone in on maybe two or three. And who cares if you do that every freaking time? If they can't stop it, then keep doing it. And I feel
Yeah.
like that's like Jalen with his speed, and that's like KPJ with his handle. Like Jalen, you got speed that there's not too many people in the league that can keep up with you. Just drive to the basket and like kick it out to an open man. KPJ,
Mm-hmm.
KPJ too, and I feel like KPJ he'd be so tunnel vision sometimes. Like when Jabari be on the court, I feel like he'd just be in the
Mm-hmm.
corner just waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Once they start realizing and trusting their teammates, it's gonna be real scary. Like, man, I don't know what it is, but I feel like they ain't really vibing with Jabari right now.
Mm. Yeah, probably. Um, but to that point, Jalen actually was doing a way better job today, like driving and kicking and passing, like way better. And that same chart I was talking about, it was him, KPJ, and KJ. Like Jalen was like the furthest to the right. Right is like rim shot creation. So I guess that's getting to the rim and maybe and passing combined. And then like the higher you are is rim shot making. So they were all at the bottom. Jalen was furthest to the right. KBJ and KJ were a little further to the left. Shingun was like all the way at the top and furthest to the right. Like Shingun wasn't too far away from like Jokic and Luca and Giannis, like all those type of players. John Morant, like he wasn't that far away from them. So it's just like they can get to the rim. But like you said, they just need to probably start focusing on once they get to the rim, knowing where they're gonna pass it. That's the thing with KPJ. He always gets like stuck in the middle of the lane, not knowing what to do. He does that way too often. Like he'll get to the middle of the lane and he'll pick his dribble up and he don't know where to go with it. Um, so we'll see, man. But like you said, yeah, it's interesting. It don't really seem like they messing with like you said, Jabari. Um, and I don't know if Jabari messing with, it's probably like a little weird taste in his mouth, probably like they ain't messing with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a
I
weird
know
place
they
to be
probably
in.
Yeah, I know they probably wanted Paolo because that's their boy. So I don't know. And then like you said, like Jalen and KPJ are so cool. So it's just like, what are you gonna do? Everybody love them. So he'll find, but Jabari will find his way.
And I think he'll win
He'll,
us over. I think that's
mm,
what it is. Like you said, I think the fan base is so invested in KPJ Jalen that I think people do like Jabari, but like I don't think the fan base know how good he is yet. You know,
yeah,
you've been telling me about it, and he
yeah.
ain't been hitting his shots like that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, he ain't been hitting his shots, and I think what makes it worse is everybody had their heart set because it was is what we were told by very inside people that Paolo was going to be a Rocket, and Paolo has probably had one of the best rookie seasons so far since like Luca, so it's just like that pain of people, especially people who really wanted Paolo, like seeing that they gotta cope with like this guy is not a Rocket and we got this guy instead.
Yeah,
So I think Paolo had tonight 33, 15, and 4.
he's special,
Like,
dude.
like the first, I think he's like the first. Obviously, LeBron does everything. I think he's like the first rookie since LeBron to do that or something like that. Um, yeah, no, Paolo he's playing like he could be an all star alternative maybe right now, or maybe even an all star. I expected him to get buckets. I expected him to be like a come in averaging like 19 for real. But I never expected nothing this crazy.
He's special. He's
Yeah.
truly yeah. I didn't. I expected him to be good, but not this. This
Mm-mm.
is he's like one of them ones. That's the shit I'm talking about. Like who's going to take over the league? The league's up for grabs in a couple years. The way he's playing, honestly,
He averaging 22 and 7
bro,
and 4 assists. Woo!
he honestly is his body, the way he's built, it's like LeBron. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's very similar to LeBron's game, but he a killer though. Like LeBron didn't come in with that killer instinct. I don't feel like, but Paulo been showing that.
Paulo he just and Draymond was talking about that. He was like, he got the demeanor. He got this demeanor to him. He just be unfazed for real when you look at him. He gets to the line 8. That's one thing I knew when like, and I saw somebody else tweet this, but when I was like, okay, I come to peace with like, okay, we're probably gonna get Paulo. Like, I'm like, he gonna get to the line a lot, bro. He gets fouled. Like I seen like in college, he was getting fouled so much just because he's so big and he can handle the ball so well. And like just like it is, bro. He been getting to that line. He goes to the line 8 times. That's crazy. And his passes are, and that was another thing. I was like, well, if we get Paolo, then Shingun really can't start for us. They can't both start for us. Like Shingun got to go to the bench, which he did anyway. So I'm like, we get Paolo, and Shingun got to go to the bench, and you got to use Paolo like Shingun, like, but he can actually dribble and be out in the perimeters. So you use Shingun you use Paolo like the point guard, like Orlando's using him right now. Orlando looks like a freaking freak show. Like they got Bol out there running at like 7. I don't know how tall, like 7'4", 7'2". They got Paolo 6'10" playing point guard. They got Franz Wagner 6'10" playing shooting guard, small forward. Wendell Carter Jr. I think is like 6'10". And then I don't even know who else they be having out there with them. Terrence Ross. So they got all these 6'10" and up players out there at the same time, bro. It's just like that's how the NBA is about to be, bro. And I was like, if we get Paolo, then KPJ probably ain't really gonna be running point guard for real. Like he's just gonna play more off ball because Paolo need the ball. Like you gotta let Paolo work. And then a pick and pop with him and like a pick and roll with him and Jalen. I was like, bro, we going like that combo would have been stupid. Like I think we all knew that, but
You know
hey,
what? Now that you're just like you're talking about it, and I'm just thinking about it, I really think they are about to get the first overall pick. Think how unlucky. I mean, we've been lucky. We've been getting top 3 picks, but we've been getting unlucky not getting the first overall pick. We've been real close. I,
mm-hmm.
I feel like this is the time.
You feel like Stone, like F, and we gonna do it one more go.
We're doing it one more go, and fuck it. Let's see where we get. And if they have the worst record again, obviously you got to let go of Silas. Stone probably sticks around. You probably bring in a better head coach, maybe a Snyder, maybe a Becky Heyman. And if you get Victor in here, I think, are going with him on the court. I feel like instantly with him on the court, you're already like a 20-win team.
Mm-hmm.
And we're already a 20-win team without him. So I'm just trying to do the math. That 40-win team, ooh, you battling for a play-in spot if you win in 40 games. Something
Mm-hmm. Yeah, playing at least.
at the very least.
I'm just like, man, like we need what we need for real is the Nets to just keep imploding.
And they are
Uh,
dream scenario.
bro, I see you got that. I see you got that on the rundown too.
Oh yeah,
The Kyrie Irving situation. So we just talk about it now.
yeah. Let's get into it. And
Yeah.
we can we
So,
already did kind of talk about college football a little bit, so let's get
mm-hmm.
into it.
Yeah, man. So it's just like with this Kyrie situation now, the Nets. So here's the thing with the Nets. Oh my gosh, they were just losing. I was like, bro, we're about to be so good too. They were just losing to the Hornets, but now they're winning.
Damn.
Um, yeah, by 2. But like, if we can get them to be in the lottery, obviously the worse they are, that increases like that doubles our chances basically. You know, that give us the best. I don't know who else has the 2. Oh, the Pelicans, but they're not in the lottery, so that's the thing. So if we finish last again, which has I don't think even the process Sixers ever finished as the worst team 3 years in a row. Um, if we finish last again, and then if you can get the Nets to be top 6, like one of the top 6 worst teams, let's say Kyrie, um, they have to just let him. They just have to suspend him or whatever. They cut their, whatever they want to do. Like if they can find a trade partner, they trade him. I think from what I've heard is they're done with him. But let's say the Kyrie situation pans out and they that severed, like that's just not a thing anymore. Now it's like, okay, well, we need to trade like KD and kind of start all over. You know what I mean? Like what happens with that? They're supposed to be hiring Ime. So it's just like if they can be bad enough to where they're in the bottom 6, 7, now you got a 20 plus, like I thought somebody said it was like a 26% chance. You get a 26% chance to get the first pick. That's more like the old odds, like before
Mm-hmm.
they fix it again. So you get 26% chance, bro. Then we might be cooking with something. Like that would be crazy. But yeah, this Kyrie situation is boy.
Yeah,
He might have done it with this one.
yeah. He out of there.
like like legit, he might be out of there for real.
At very least, done with the done with the Nets. At the
I have
very
to
least,
believe it, bro. I have to believe so.
I don't
Um,
I don't know if he's done completely with the NBA, but definitely with the
yeah,
Nets.
yeah. The Nets already was trying to trade him.
Yeah,
They was already trying to trade him, and he opted in because I don't think they could, but he wanted to get his money. But from what I be hearing, like everybody on ESPN and stuff, they're like, he's suspended. He's suspended for at least 5 games. They always keep saying that at least 5 games, um, like insinuating. Like I think Stephen A. said, like the owner is done with Kyrie. Like he like kind of been done, but he's done with him. Like he don't want anything else to do with Kyrie. Like that anti Semitic stuff
Yeah,
is, bro. You see what's happening to Kanye, bro?
boy,
Like
they don't
companies
play with
do
it.
not play with that at all. Like they do not play with that at all. So um he might be screwed with this one for real. Like yeah. I don't know if he's gonna play. I would be low key shocked if he plays with the Nets again. I'm not saying he won't. I would just be kind of shocked. I just feel like I know that owner is done with him, and at some point, like you said, you see how things went with Kanye. Like all his business ventures, like they left
uh,
him.
Out of there.
So I just can't believe. Like, I wouldn't believe that they care enough about a basketball player about winning that much to not you know take this to that serious, bro.
Man,
What
it's
are you thinking?
I just like it's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. It's like, man, last year was the vaccine status, and now it's this year. It's the anti-Semitism or whatever, and it's just like, man, I've never seen anybody like so good at their profession, just like kind of like piss it away, you know? Like it's wild. It seems like it's intentional almost to get out of the contract. That's what it seems like at this point. Like he's using it he's using this to get out of his contract. So when he becomes a free agent, he can go re-team up with LeBron. I don't know. I know that sounds crazy, but I would not be surprised if like this is all part of a bigger plan. And I don't know. It's just it's wild. I want to make like I think that crazy theory because it's like I've never. It doesn't make sense why he's doing what he's doing. It seems like self sabotage.
Man, yeah, it seems like self-sabotage. And it seems like he just more so he's Kyrie Irving. I love Kyrie Irving, bro. Like I really do. Um, and I feel like he just feels like his purpose is bigger than anything else, which is why I was like always like this is great because I never saw this big three panning out, and he was one of the biggest reasons why. Um, I think such a smart, intelligent guy, but I think he overestimated like he overestimated what this situation was. I think I even did. I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no idea like this would get like this. Um, from because I think the last basketball player with Myers Leonard, something like that.
Yeah,
Myers
yeah,
Leonard. He has some anti-Semitic. I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
man. What?
Anti-Semitic comments, and he's not even they didn't even let him play in the NBA anymore. He can't even get a job in the NBA no more. Um, I just find it hard to believe that they care enough about Kyrie Irving to, you know what I mean? Like I get he's Kyrie Irving, but he ain't LeBron. He ain't the most important player in the NBA for him. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like it's a thin line for him, bro. Like he really could be in some a situation where he see himself not playing in the NBA again, which I don't know if it comes to that, but I think for him to be able to play in the NBA again, he's gonna have to do some real like Oprah apology tour stuff. Like he gonna he gonna have to sit down on 60 Minutes with Gayle King, or you know what I'm saying, one of them freaking interviewers, and do a freaking, I'm sorry, I had no idea. Now I'm more educated on the situation. He's gonna have to, like, I was an idiot. Like, he's gonna have to do all that.
before
He
they
gotta
ever
do it.
give him a chance.
Yeah. Because they were pissed off he didn't apologize in that interview.
Uh, he said everything but "I'm sorry." Like he did not apologize, and he was like, "I'm not going to."
Yeah, he said he was like, I can't be anti-Semitic because I know who I am.
Yeah, and they're like, "What does that mean?" He was like, "I can't be anti-Semitic because I know who I am." They're like, "All right, you just repeated what you know." You could
Yeah,
tell they were getting frustrated.
he's stubborn. That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's what I'm saying. And I don't think the commissioner of the NBA is Jewish.
Oh
Like, Adam
man,
Silver is Jewish. I keep saying Kanye. I think Kyrie thinks that he's so too valuable for him to be kicked out of it. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's gonna hit. That's why I'm just like, I don't know where this is gonna go, but I could see this ending really, really bad for him. Like, really bad. But hopefully not. I mean, hopefully it's not on the Nets no more. Because if he's not on the Nets with Ben Simmons and KD, bro, that's a guarantee. That's guaranteed. And KD's getting older. He can't be playing all the minutes like that.
no, I
And he's been
can't.
hurt these past couple years too. So that's a
I
that's a guarantee that team will end up doing. They gave us like almost a lottery pick last year.
I could really see them imploding it. If Kyrie leaves, I
Like,
think they
yeah,
keep
just
KD. Like you said, he's getting old. He could see. Hey, can y'all do right by me? Get me out of here. It's gonna be interesting, man. Kyrie Irving definitely outspoken, but some of the stuff, like when he was getting into it with that reporter, it was kind of funny. Like you could see what was happening. Like it was just like Kyrie, don't do it,
mm,
don't do it, Kyrie. And then that guy, they were just going back and forth. It was like, yeah, this is gonna go viral. This is gonna get ugly, and that's exactly what happened.
mm-hmm.
Did you see they released like a list of things he has to do before he can play for
Yeah,
the?
that's what I'm
Oh man,
saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like come on, like come on. But another thing where somebody might have to apologize is your favorite, but shit, I like him too. Drake, man, this new album with 21. What's going on with your guy, man? Why he coming for Mega Stallion, man?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know. But I keep seeing they saying that line is not talking about like the Tories. It's they say it's a double entendre. So it's talking about butt shots.
Mm,
So I'm gonna run with that theory and stick with it. Because I don't know, but people keep saying that Megan is lying about that. Um, like, more and more people are like taking Tory Lane's side on that. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that, bro. If she's lying about that, that's gonna be real bad look, bro.
yeah, there's no coming
Um,
back from that.
so I hope she not.
Yeah,
But that
same.
seems to be I saw some. I remember like a couple months ago, like Drake. I remember Drake. It was like Drake just unfollowed Megan Thee Stallion. Um, and I think it was Nicki Minaj or Beyonce. It was some Ariana. I think it was Rihanna unfollowed her too. Um, and I was just like, dang, what's the deal? So, um, I don't know, bro. I don't know why he felt the need to say that, but that was unexpected. Like I said, if it comes out that she didn't get shot, like, that's gonna be really bad. But
Yeah.
people wasn't feeling that, huh? They was mad about that,
Yeah, my wife included, man. My wife,
huh?
she dedicated her day to shit on that man. But boy,
For
I,
real?
yeah, she was upset,
She
and I
was mad.
think
Is she a Megan Thee Stallion fan?
not even. I think she was just disappointed. She was like, "Man, that's corny." Like and I think she was really looking forward to the album because she likes 21 Savage. She
Mm.
likes Drake too, but yeah, she was not with it. She was turned off by it. I think other people, like, just from what Twitter, it seemed like on Twitter people were kind of feeling the same way. I still listen to it. I didn't even hear the bar that people were talking about. I didn't even see.
He
I
talked
didn't even
about
hear
her.
that song.
Uh, Something about her graduating. He said, well, she said something like, "You say you graduated, but you ain't learned enough." Uh,
Mm.
heard heard your album, play the first song. Yeah, I heard enough.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I don't know. I was like, dang, what is she? What's the deal with
yeah.
them? Like,
She
what's she
might have.
doing?
Yeah, well, she might have did something to him. They got
Yeah,
beef. What happened? They got
yeah,
real
bro.
beef. They
I thought the
beefing.
album was. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna like every Drake album, but I feel like for the most part, reading the temperature of the room for Twitter, everybody really liked this album. This is something easy for people to digest with Drake though. Um, like him just rapping with 21 Savage, like people love that anyway. So,
Yeah.
um, but they're like, this is what we've been missing. This is what we've been wanting. It's a really good album to me. Uh, yeah, man. I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was. I see people. I seen like tweets of it. Um, but like you said, they probably are like feminists, like you said.
Yeah. Like
Um,
maybe more. They're more bothered by it, I guess. Or
yeah,
I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I mean, maybe it means more to them, and not that it like and the whole situation, like, it still has to go through like the justice system. Like, it's like if
and
Tory
that's why,
Lanez,
yeah.
yeah, if he did
Hmm.
that, he'll his day will come. You know,
And if he didn't, man, what are they gonna say? That ain't good.
it's gonna be career ending. I think
For real, probably,
it'd be
because
career ending for them.
she's already kind of been on like a kind of a decline. Um, I feel like this situation is a big reason for it. I saw something. I heard Rocket and Figgy talking about it on their podcast about like how Jay-Z had liked something about that situation, um,
Hmm.
and it wasn't in like a favor of Megan. It was just like it was kind of like going against, and he had to he had to like it because people could see it. Um, I had to go back and listen to what they were saying, but like I feel like people know what happened, and I'm guessing it ain't going. It seemed like it ain't good for Megan from just the reactions I've seen
From people
here
in the
recently to,
industry.
yeah, here recently to like when it comes to her.
Yeah,
Um, so maybe that's why he felt comfortable enough to make to say that line because they might know something more than we do. But that's interesting. Yeah, man, I like the album. I thought it was really good. A lot of great workout songs. Um, he had a song called "Middle of the Ocean." You know, where he just give you a whole song full of bars. Um, yeah, bro. I think it's gonna be a project that sticks around, man. I think it's I think it's a better collab than "What a Time to Be Alive."
I liked it a
I
lot.
think it, yeah. Hmm.
I agree. What was your favorite song off of it?
Probably first listen, bro. I'm always like a sucker for that song that's just bars, bro. So Middle of the Ocean, probably right now. Uh, Pussy and Millions with Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good. I thought the first song came. He started going off talking about kissing in a club, being on TMZ, got an Airbnb. I'm revved up like Run DMC. I was like, bro, y'all got this man pissed off. He up here rapping for real. So, yeah, probably those. Which one you was feeling?
Man, so Pussy and Millions for sure. And then mine that I just like kept playing all day long today was Jumbotron.
I was just about to say.
Boy,
I
that
was just
hoe
about to
goes so
mention that
hard.
he's rapping like them Detroit rappers, bro. I feel like it's a because you heard of the rapper Babytron, right?
Babytron, uh-uh.
Oh yeah, bro, you should check out some Babytron. He kind of raps in that style, and I feel like that's what he was doing. Like them Detroit rappers, kind of like a T Grizzly. You know how T Grizzly be rapping too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No, that,
Them Detroit rappers. That's what he was on that song. I like
how,
Kirko Loco too, even though he dissing Megan in it. I thought that was good with the Daft Punk sample.
I would have to hear it. I didn't even go through the whole album, so I still got to
That's the
listen to
one.
it.
Yeah, that's the one where he dissed Megan. It
Damn.
samples that one more time. Dude.
Damn, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
live.
bro. That's the one where he disses Megan.
Oh no. Why?
Yeah, bro. So
It's got to
and
be something.
it's definitely I think it is. Cause he's too smart to just say that. Just to be petty. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
it he's too smart. He's too smart. Because if that girl got shot and he was making fun and he making fun of it for real, like yeah, y'all are right. He's a shitty guy for that.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't think
I
he that stupid.
I know. Because again, that go back to Kyrie Irving. Oh, so you're intentionally doing that,
Yeah,
you goober?
yeah. I just Drake ain't that. He ain't that. He's too calculated. I don't know when that Megan like I don't know when that court situation is happening, but man, you're right, bro. The more we keep talking about it, I'm like, bro, if it don't turn out how she say it's supposed to, you're probably right, bro. It's probably the end of a Megan Stallion, which I think has been a really good one. But it's
Yeah.
probably the end of a Megan Thee Stallion rap career. She might be able to act and stuff still, maybe.
Yeah. But her legacy would forever be tarnished, and I don't want that for her. I love black women. I don't want her to go
That's what I'm saying.
through
That's me
that.
too. Cause I
Yeah.
know when that first happened, I was man, this man Tory Lanez,
Like,
like
yeah,
that ain't cool.
I was ready to
Then she,
ride.
yeah, didn't she have her foot in a boot or something
I,
like that?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah. So if you did all that and you was lying to me, now I feel away. I ain't gonna lie. I would feel away if I found out she was lying about all that. Especially after saying my foot got shot and it's in the boot.
You
So I
just,
hope for her sake, like you said, man, I hope
yeah,
she ain't lying about this.
that's really what it is. That's really what it is. Just like for her sake, and then I hope, if Tory Lane's really do that shit, get his ass locked up or whatever
Mm-hmm.
whatever the
Yeah.
penalty is for that. Like, fuck him. Throw away the key, but it's just I guess something to monitor. But it's just interesting how people in the industry are starting to like come out um, in different ways to kind of,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, not maybe attack her, but throw jabs at her, and
And
it's
distance
almost
themselves from her.
it's almost like hinting at something, like they know something we
Yeah.
don't. But super wild. But Walker. I wanted to get in this top five because it's kind of like on what we're talking about, like, but keeping it with a athlete edition. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I wanted to do like top five. Uh, oh, people going crazy. People going crazy on the dang TV.
Oh yeah, bro, you got to go down there. That's one thing I didn't do was go down there that night downtown.
I can't even do it. I got work in the morning. I'm like, after we do
Cause I
this,
know
I'll
it.
probably go to bed.
Yeah, yeah. Cause I know it's wild.
Um, whatchamacallit? I want to do a top five athletes, most outspoken but funny
Mm-hmm.
athletes, and that could be in any sport, because there's a lot. I could think of a few football players, some MMA or boxing, uh, but I did have my top five already ready. I don't know if you have yours ready, but if you want to go first, you can, or I can go first. Whatever you'd
Yeah,
like.
you can go. Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. Uh, I got a honorable mention. I got I I got into UFC because of this guy, and it was just because he was a good shit talker, man. He was a good entertainer and captivating. But Conor McGregor, at least when he was
Mm.
at the height of his run, he was shit talking people and backing it up, uh, just saying whatever was on his mind. I like that, as long as it's not disrespectful or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I like when somebody can talk shit and then back it up as well. But number five for me is Derek Lewis, a Houston native uh, out of Houston, but he fights with the UFC. He hasn't been winning of late, but every time he wins, he gives a very rememberable post-fight press conference or interview, and you never know what he's going to say. It's going to be off the wall. It's going to be outlandish, but it's funny as hell, and he just speaks what's on his mind. Um, so that's my number five. Number four is Ocho Cinco. I grew up basically in his era of football, and he always was talking shit to opposing teams, players, and he would back it up for the most part, you know. And then
Mm-hmm.
even if they hit him hard or tried to knock him out of the game, he would still be talking shit, and it was just you couldn't help but respect it. And now he's had, I think, a successful post career. He's a big influence on social media. I feel like, and then I know he does that podcast. I think with Brandon Marshall and them. So he's still speaking his mind and still dropping gems every now and then. Number three, this guy just cracks me up, and I don't even think I don't know if it's intentional or not, but he just says whatever's on his mind, and he is a goofball. Jameis Winston, like, good God, man, he is the gift that keeps on giving. He is constantly saying something funny, doing something funny. It's his mannerisms. It's the way he talks. It's just he's funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then number two is Marshawn Lynch. Man, every time I come across this guy, I'm constantly reminded of something funny he said, or if it's a new video. Like I seen a new video of him going to NASA. I guess it was a segment for the Texans Eagles game this Thursday, and he went to NASA for Amazon, and it was just funny, like just the way he talks. He's completely 100% himself. He doesn't change for nobody, and you can't do nothing but respect it. And he gave a lot of good interviews or sound bites throughout his career while he played. And number one for me, every time this guy comes on my timeline, I watch his videos and I laugh, even if I've seen it 1,000 times. But Adrian Broner, the boxer, every that guy's pre-fight interviews, post-fight interviews, it's that dude is hilarious. If you haven't watched like a Adrian Broner compilation of just him shit talking, like please go do it. I promise you would laugh. It's very funny, but he's got to be my number one most outspoken, funny athletes, I would say. So That is my top five. Walker, I'm fighting to keep my eyes open. And these people turned up on the TV.
All right. So yeah, mine is I got three of yours from this list. Um, I'm trying to see if I should add. All right. So five, I'm gonna go five. Muhammad Ali.
Ooh, yeah.
Um,
God damn it.
yeah, Muhammad Ali was such a witty boxer, and them boxers are really good at like promoting themselves, and just he was just so witty when it come to trash talking and just great at it. He was just comedic, like he low key was like a comedian. Um, and then four, I just thought of this one right now, man. I don't even know if it's more so when he was playing, but now it's Charles Barkley. I put him at four just because he just popped in my head right now. But Charles Barkley is must see TV on TNT after those
Man.
games. Um, he just got a bag too. I think they just gave him like 200 million because he's so good at his job. Just really, yeah. He's just out. He been outspoken since he was a player, and now that he's older, once you get older, you say whatever you want. So, um, Charles Barkley, and then man, you made it tough. I'm gonna go three. Marshawn Lynch. Um, he's just great, bro. I think he's one of the best ever, bro. I don't think he tries to be funny, but sometimes he doesn't. And he just is just still funny. Two, this was tough for me, man, because both of these I really could put them tied for one. But two, I'm gonna go Ocho Cinco. I really could have put him one, but he's been one of the funniest guys I've ever seen in football. And that's the sport, that's the sport I watch the most. But yeah, he amazing on Hard Knocks, amazing after his career, still making people laugh. Just punch like everybody, like you said. I used to go watch his NFL films, just him talking, bro, just because he would talk so much. And then one, bro, Jameis Winston. I think he's by far my most favorite.
Yeah.
like funny moments ever. I don't even know if, like you said, I don't even think he's outspoken. He
Yeah.
just he just likes to talk.
Oh, man.
And anytime like I need to just get a good laugh, bro, I can watch Jameis Winston eat a W. You know, giving a pregame speech. Um, but my favorite is him in that locker room dancing on them crutches, man.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, it's that's my favorite. Anytime he's in that locker room for them post game like celebration dances, bro. Jameis Winston, um, unintentionally funny. I think he literally. I don't think he be trying to be funny. He just unintentionally funny. So Jameis Winston definitely is my number one, man.
yeah.
I die crying anytime I see him doing something.
And he been like that since college. Like,
Yeah,
God, dog.
man.
It's so wild. But I love that. And anytime you're, for the listeners, anytime you're feeling down or something, go watch a Jameis Winston compilation or any of the athletes that we mentioned, and you would
Yeah.
definitely come away feeling better about whatever it is you're down about. Um, but Walker, we got to give a shout out to the Astros again. This is
Mm.
crazy happening when we started. We started the podcast to um, tonight. We started the podcast tonight to try and line it up for them to win, and
Mm-hmm.
they did just that. We timed that perfect. But shout out again to the Astros. Dusty Baker winning it officially, like you said, tainted free. No trash cans this time. Shout out to them again. But Walker, before we get out of here, episode 65, you got anything you'd like to say to the city, man?
Hmm. Man, Ghost Stros. Thank you for beating the trash can allegations, man. We finally beat them. They can't take this one away from us. So F the haters, bro. Now I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go talk crap to a lot of people. I was talking crap, bro. I was talking so much crap last year when we was about to play the Braves, and they freaking tanked. But now I can talk my crap. So
Yeah.
shout out to them Astros for finally getting another one without the help of those trash cans.
Damn. Thank God. Hallelujah. And hopefully the Rockets and Texans can learn something from this
Mm-hmm.
and really try to emulate the success that the Astros have created for themselves. Lord
Man,
willing.
and you know what? I was freaking man. I should have bookmarked it. I knew we was gonna win because it was a Philly fan who freaking posted. They posted a picture, like quote tweeting the Astros. Like this one hurts. They quote tweeted that Astros tweet with like the Hurricane Harvey flood pictures, and was like, I'm sure this one hurt Houston too. And I was like, oh, that's just you don't do that, bro. Like that's just low. I knew he was gonna win after I saw that Philly fan post that. So
When
yeah, F you to that guy.
Yeah. You don't do that type of shit. You don't bring that type of karma on
Yeah,
your city,
bro.
and because
Mm-mm.
Houston ain't the city to play with. You feel me? And
Yeah.
this team has showed that. I think everybody in the playoffs who's played them, their fan bases have talked a little shit, and then they found out.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck around and find out. Yeah, that's what this is. You fuck around and find out. And I think for me, the moment that I knew Philly fans fucked up was when they was fucking with Mattress Mac. When
Oh, yep.
and that's probably going to be the thumbnail for this episode. But him saying "fuck you,"
Yeah.
or no, I'm probably going to put him as the that gangster picture he has.
Yeah.
I'll probably post that one.
I think he
But
just won the biggest bet in sports history or something like that with the Astros winning.
yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's so wild. But um, no, this is going to be fun. We'll have to maybe attend. I know you said you might not, and I probably won't either. But maybe we end up there for the parade.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But like, share, subscribe, everybody. Listen, and if you're celebrating, treat yourself, have fun, and be safe, man. And then until next time, hopefully, the Rockets or Texans can do this soon. But all right, Walker, you have a great rest of your night, and we out of here, man.